Why fight the inevitable?
I was going to say.
Gotta hang tough. Stay with him now.
And I tell you what, Jeff Gordon almost had a big-time problem up in 3 and 4 that last lap. There he is as he tries to go by the 0-1 car.
That's for 24th spot.
And he was running 17th. Watch this up in turn 3 on the outside of the 31 car. Just gets you loose going in the corner and watch as he goes up the hill. And all those cars, all those positions, all those points going by him. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Oh, a little Touching Jr. there.
That's why he got loose getting in.
All clear. All clear.
I didn't see that the first time.
Nice save.
That could have been big.
Flat as this racetrack is, it's hard to catch one when it starts running up the track.
Yep, when you get up there in the marbles and all that dirt and rubber up there, it takes about 3 or 4 laps to get your tires cleaned off. Now he's behind John again where he had so much trouble before the yellow.
So he's racing Andretti for 26th place now. Only 28 cars on the lead lap. I say only, that's a lot, but whoa, look at Andretti. Way up the bank.
And watch Leffler and the 09 car, Jeffrey Bodine, just lay on each other as they came off the second corner.
They're not racing for a spot.
And Dale Jarrett appears to be off the pace up in 3 and 4.
Tire going down?
He looks like he's got a tire going down.
Can't get to the bottom to get to pit road.
But meanwhile, Jeff Gordon does get by the 43 car. That's sure what it looks like on DJ, a flat tire.
Right rear. No, the tire's up.
I don't know.
I got something wrong. I just can't tell you which tire it is right now.
There it is. I got something wrong. I just can't tell you which tire it is.
That side don't.
Low. Come your way, guys.
So Dale Jarrett heading for the pit lane. Costly green flag stop. He's already back in 35th place, 1 lap down.
And I don't think he can go the rest of the way on fuel. So I think he's going to have to stop again.
3rd place. Mike Wallace on Jimmy Spencer. Wallace in the 12 through. Jeff Burton follows him.
And Jeff Burton is 99 car. Just before this last caution flag, he was about as fast as Tony Stewart. He might have the 2nd best car in the field. Matt, he's coming to you, the 88.
Well, they're originally just going to change left side tires, Benny. Bob Jeffrey, the spotter, said the right sides look good, but DG said it felt like it might be something with the right rear. So then Todd, right before the 88, got to his box, said, let's go 4, let's go 4. So they are going to change 4 tires and not take a chance that they might miss the tire that's going down.
How about Jeff Burton getting Mike Wallace loose into turn 1?
Yeah. That's what you got to do here. If your car works good enough and you can get on somebody's bumper, that's the easiest way to pass somebody here at Homestead is to get the car in front of you loose so they slide up the racetrack and you just turn underneath them and pass them.
Who'd have thought stock car racing would come to using air as an offensive tool?
You just want to make sure you're good enough so they can't come back and do the same thing to you a couple laps later.
Matt, what about the 88? Was it a flat tire?
Benny, it looks like things have gotten a lot worse for Dale Jarrett. When he left pit road, they feel like now he may have a broken rear axle. They're talking about taking him back to the garage. Todd Parrott says it, to the garage.
Oh, man.
There are no cars out of this race yet. Time spent behind the wall for repairs could put Dale Jarrett as a last place finisher.
Wow.
Wouldn't have thought that when the day started, even though things weren't too good yesterday in final practice. He's catching him. Tony Stewart in that orange number 20, slowly reeling in Kevin Harvick for the race lead. Though with those 2 tires, Harvick is still running a very quick pace.
I mean, he's running very, very good. Bill, what's going on with the 29? Are they not going to change left sides again?
Well, let's find out. We're with crew chief Kevin Hamlin down here in the pits. This morning you told me this car was no good. It's pretty good.
Who told you that?
You told me that.
I didn't tell you that, Weber.
Yeah, you did.
Well, actually, we haven't been very good this weekend, and you know, we've been going back and forth between the AC Delco car and the GM Goodwrench car, and trying to get both of our setups the same. And finally, yesterday during the race, I went down there and told Todd, I said, Todd, you just need to give me all 4 springs and shocks after your race, and we'll just put them in our buggy and see what happens. So it's helped us out considerably, but that 20 and 99 are really fast.
Is your pit crew just going to get half pay today because you aren't changing 4 tires?
Well, we've been doing this 2-tire, 4-tire deal, and track position means a whole lot at these flat tracks. So we're just kind of trying to play that out, see how it shakes out at the end of the day here.
Yeah, you may need to take 4, huh?
Well, we might, but one of our tire changers got wounded during the pit stop when the 93 had a hair gun stuck, got hung up in a car, and drug it out, hit him in the leg. So we're working a little wounded there too.
All right, well, I just want to be on the record. He did tell me this morning in the garage this car was no good, but they did get information from the 2 Busch car, and guess what? It's helping.
I guess.
Yeah, and that, you know, and I think by looking at that car yesterday, BP, you know, it looked like the rear of the car was up and the nose was down. I got to believe they got some pretty big rear springs in that car.
I talked to some guys down there this morning. The right rear spring in all these cars is the strongest spring in the car. Stronger than the front, right front, left front. Try to keep that back up like you're talking about.
And also the front spring, keep that nose stuck. You know, we think that there may be a broken axle on the 88 BP. I wanted to take a look at his pit stop to see. Sometimes when they leave the pit, if they leave one long stripe on the right rear.
Oh, yeah.
See, the right rear spinning, the left rear doesn't look like it is. Let's take a look at the left rear here.
That's good. Very, very good, Wally. You're right. It definitely was a broken axle. And they could tell that by looking on the pit road. They could tell what's going on. Dave?
They have gone in to change the left rear axle. They believe that is the one that is broken. DJ's going to start up the car now. He remained in the car when that came up. And that was fast. If they did, I believe they did change the left rear axle. That's the one they think was broken.
Tightening down the cover over the axle there on the right rear. They probably pulled that one just to make sure.
It had to be broken right on the end, because if it had broken inside the gear, they would have to pull the gear out to get the piece out from inside.
Right. Slowly, very slowly, Tony Stewart is collapsing Kevin Harvick's lead.
Hey, what? I'm impressed with that 29 car on 2 tires like that.
I'm telling you, hey, he is not going to change tires the rest of the day. I mean, left side tires. He'll go in and change rights and get some fuel, but he might even change any tires the next time.
And while we were talking earlier with Bill Weber, I believe it was, Michael Waltrip you saw pass Mike Wallace and move up to 4th. Michael Waltrip has finished no better than 5 laps down in the 2 previous races here, and he's running 4th.
A terrific run for Michael.
Started 8th, had a good run in the Busch Series race yesterday. New crew chief and a lot of confidence all of a sudden around Michael. There's his scoring serial.
And the 17 car, Matt Kenseth, we talked to him on the radio at the very start of the race. How about his last 3 races been going so well, and he qualified better, and he's got a very good race car. But that alternator, that problem they had with the alternator has gotten him a couple laps down. He's got one of them back, but he's still 1 lap down in 29th position.
You're right, Benny. His lap times have been really good. They've been in about the top 5, so he has a fast race car.
Talked about Michael Waltrip and his new crew chief, Richard Slugger Labby, seeming to hit it off. Running 4th right now, Matt.
Well, let's talk to Slugger. Slugger, you told me before the race that Michael had a lot of confidence coming in. He certainly is having a very good day. How about your car? Can you take it to victory lane?
Everything's doing pretty good right now. You know, Michael's confidence is pretty good. We went to Atlanta and tested this week, and ever since that test, has been really pumped up. And today, he's driving the wheels off that thing. Yesterday, he had a good run in the Busch car, and we had the same setup in both cars, and it's working good right now. So keep our thumbs crossed and see what happens.
Started out the year in victory lane. Now Michael Waltrip trying to end it late in the season with another W. To Marty.
Well, Matt, a little while ago, and changed for the lead up front as Tony Stewart goes around Kevin Harvick. And a little while ago, I was talking about Mike Wallace and to his crew chief, Peter Suspinzo. And Peter, you guys took 2 tires. You said all you needed was track position. It seems like it's working out pretty well for you.
Yeah, so far it's working out pretty good. Hopefully, we wouldn't mind seeing a caution here with a few laps. Right about now would help, but you know, we'll do whatever we can. And if we stay, make the next green flag, stop, it'll be 4 tires for sure.
Battle for the lead on the track, side by side. Those guys go into turn 1.
Tell you what, Harvick is not just laying over and letting him go. He's racing Stewart hard.
And he's pinning Stewart down enough to where right there, Stewart got the car loose. Stewart's having to keep the car, pinch it down. So Kevin is keeping him down low. That's what you have to do defensively.
Wow. Stewart crowding him a little bit, trying to get him to squeeze over.
Now watch Kevin try to come back on the inside. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now this is the racing we've been looking for at this track for a couple of years, right here.
Good stuff right there.
Yes. They're running awfully hard with 100 miles left to go.
They're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what this is all about. When you're a driver, you got a good race car, and you're racing with another good driver. This is why you race right here.
You could just see Stewart's car move around that little bit.
But what Tony Stewart is concerned about, it's allowing Jeff Burton in the 99 car to get closer and closer and closer to them.
You're right, Benny, and that's what Tony wants, to get by this 29 and make some distance between him and Jeff Burton, because Jeff is fast.
Here comes Stewart. Trying to get alongside again. Harvick slipped up in the middle of 1 and 2, and Stewart drove right below that white line.
But you're right, Wally. This is what it's all about right here. They make a lot of money, but this is what they do it for. Exactly what these guys are going through right now.
No quitting, Harvick. That's good stuff.
That's great stuff.
Let's see if Stewart can clear him this time.
Kevin gave him a little bit more room, but he's still got him pinned down tight enough where Stewart can't get on the gas right there.
And here comes Jeff Burton. He's now in.
Stewart ran it in hard, but Harvick tried to stay with him.
And Jeff is picking up this draft on these guys. That's helping him really catch him.
Stewart finally takes that spot away.
Was that 4 laps they ran like that? Tony Stewart finally back out in front. That's the toughest time he's had getting the lead all day.
And he better look in the mirror, because here comes that 99 car.
Now, how much trouble is Jeff Burton going to have getting by Kevin Harvick? He turned under him, but is Harvick going to race Jeff Burton? No. Oh. Jeff Burton did it in 1 straightaway, what it took Tony Stewart 4 laps to do.
Well, I'm not sure Kevin didn't heat those tires up maybe a little bit too much, sliding that car up the high line.
Let's mention that Dale Jarrett is now 10 laps down in 42nd place after the time behind the wall to change the axle. He is back out on the track.
Yeah, the 77 car of Robert Presley is on the racetrack, but he is 11 laps down. I saw him go in the garage area earlier. Not sure exactly what kind of problem he had.
So far, nobody is out of this race. There's Richard Childress looking on. Owner of Kevin Harvick's car, as well as the 31 that Jeff Green is driving today.
Hey, Marty, what happened to the 77 car when he went in the garage area?
Benny, you ask, I'll give you the answer. I'll tell you. They had a brake problem, Benny, and you use a lot of brakes here at Homestead. People don't really realize that because it's such a big racetrack. These corners are so flat, it's easy to wear out the brakes. That was a problem for Robert Presley. They had to actually replace the master cylinder. They also replaced the brake pads and calipers and all that as well.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Marty.
Yeah, it's not a place where you get on the brakes really hard. You don't get down to the corner and slam on the brakes, but you are on the brakes for a long time. You're just using a little bit of brake, but you ride your foot on that brake pedal till about right here. Then you roll off the brakes and get back in the gas.
Gently get back in the gas. From the sound of it on Harvick's car. Inside the final 100 miles here at Homestead.